Welcome to Have You Seen This podcast. Today is June 18th, 2022. This is Jennifer Casper Ross. She went missing at the age of 30. She's been missing for 14 years. Miss Carla Brown is her mother. She has been trying to keep her daughter's story alive for the last 14 years. She stated that her daughter Jennifer was a driven person. Jennifer loved a good challenge. By 15, Jennifer was a talented ballerina, performing in the local community events in her hometown of Pocatello, Idaho. By the age of 19, she earned a spot in the Gregory Thompson's production as a dancer at the Harrah's Casino and Hotels in Reno, Nevada. In May of 1999, when she was 24, she married a man named Sean Ross, who controlled the mixing of the sounds and controlled the spotlights at Jennifer's ballet performance. 4 years later, they welcomed a pair of sons, Isaac and Michael. Sometime around 4 p.m. on May the 4th, 2005, Jennifer left her home headed for a local bar a mile away, according to Detective Ben Rhodes. Jennifer's husband stated that he advised her against leaving because it was so late. Jennifer left anyway, headed to this was around 11 p.m. on the 4th of May 2005. She was headed to the Pepper Mill Hotel and Casino. It has been stated that around 5 a.m., Jennifer left the hotel and casino and headed to the Sparks Cab Company where her mother Carla worked. However, Carla was not scheduled to work that morning. For some reason, Jennifer got spooked and ran away. They later confirmed that Jennifer's heels, broken, were found behind the cab company, but to this day they have not seen Jennifer again. Jennifer was a devoted mother and would never leave her two sons. The next morning, her husband Sean reported her missing. In the early stages of the investigation, it has been stated that they found 2 bloody notes in Jennifer's home. It's not known if she was coerced to write them or she wrote them on her own. According to the police, the notes indicated that Jennifer hoped Sean would continue to care for their sons if anything should ever happen to her. Police confirmed that the DNA and the handwriting analysis was Jennifer's. They were covered in her own blood. Detective Rhodes said it remains unclear what the circumstances was that these letters were wrote. Detective Rhodes states that he don't feel that Jennifer committed suicide. If she committed suicide, her body would most likely have been found, Detective Rhodes stated. Her last known location was the cab company where her mother worked. She would have been barefooted because they found her heels broken. It's unlikely that she would have walked somewhere barefooted to commit suicide and hide her own body. Jennifer's husband did cooperate with the investigation, but after failing a polygraph test, he did not return for a second interview, according to Detective Rhodes. After 3 months of Jennifer being gone, her husband Sean filed for a divorce. He is now raising the children in San Diego, California. According to Detective Rhodes, authorities considered Sean and at least one other unnamed person to be persons of interest in the ongoing investigation into Jennifer's disappearance. According to the police and Jennifer's family, they have little hope of finding Jennifer alive. Jennifer adored her sons. She loved those two little boys. Her mother states there's no way that she would just run off and leave her babies like that. Jennifer's disappearance remains unsolved. This is a very, very strange case. If anybody has any information on what could have happened to Jennifer, or if you know that she's alive somewhere, please contact the Reno Police Department at area code 775-334-2121. Thanks again for watching Have You Seen Us podcast. Let's get some information going so her mother can be at peace. This family deserves to know what happened to their missing loved one.